Hello world, Chris here, aka Kermie. Welcome to Reading with Kermie. And I decided, since it's been probably about a week and a half, 2 weeks since I've done a Reading with Kermie, I'll take you guys for a walk into the wilderness. I decided to go on a little hike today to bring you this reading. I got tired of being sitting around, so I decided to take my camera out for a journey into some wetlands and a beautiful hike. So anyway, welcome to Reading with Kermie. Like I said, out in the wilderness today. Don't stress the small stuff. It's just small stuff with your family. This is book 2 that I've been reading with you guys for a while. Here off and on for probably the last year or so. So we're halfway done with book 2. And we are on chapter 47. So I hope you guys got a chance to get outside. It's a beautiful day today. As you can see, the light has followed me, and I love it. Anyway, Reading with Kermie. This chapter is chapter 47. It's called When Someone Asks You How You Are, Don't Emphasize How Busy You Are. Very intriguing, I must say. Let's see what happens. Putting too much emphasis on your business has become a way of life, almost a knee-jerk reaction, right? In fact, I'd guess that one of the most common responses to the greeting, "How are you doing?" has become, "I'm so busy." As I write about this strategy, I have to admit that at times I'm guilty of this tendency as anyone else. Me too. Admit that at times I'm... Okay, I read that line. However, I've noticed that as I've become more conscious of it, I'm putting less and less emphasis on my own busyness, and I'm feeling a whole lot better as a result. Because then you get a chance to see, you can slow down. But anyway, carrying on. It's almost as though we become more comfortable after confirming to others that we too are very busy. I was in the grocery store last night on my way home from work when I witnessed 2 sets of friends greeting one another. First person said, "Hi Chuck, how's it going?" Chuck sighed loudly and said, "Really busy, how about you?" His friend responded, "Yeah, me too, I'm working really hard. I've been working really hard." Yeah, we can relate, can't we? Then, almost as if the customers in the store knew I was writing a book, 2 women added to my material. Not more than a few seconds later, out of the corner of my eye, I heard one woman say to another, "Grace, nice to see you. How's everything?" Grace responded with noticeably shrugged her shoulders and said, "Pretty good, but really busy," followed by a polite and seemingly sincere, "How about you?" The answer, busy as ever. Ha! Anyway, carrying on. It's very tempting to enter into a conversation with those words, because the truth is that most of us are really busy. Also, many people feel that they have to be busy or they have no value in our society. Some people are even competitive about how busy they are. Oh shit, excuse me. The problem, however, is that there's this response and overemphasis on how busy we are sets the tone for the rest of the conversation. Right? It puts emphasis on busyness by reminding both parties how stressful and complicated life has become. So let's change the dialogue. So, despite the fact that you will have a moment to escape your stressful existence by saying hello to a friend or acquaintance, you are choosing to spend even your spare moments emphasizing and reminding yourself how busy you are. True. Just let me finish the chapter for us. Blab on, okay? Despite the fact that this response may have elements of honesty, it works against you, and you are friend by reinforcing your feelings of busyness. True, you're busy, but that's not all you are. You're also an interesting person with many other qualities besides busyness. Yep. The fact that most of us emphasize how busy we are to others isn't entirely necessary, but is simply a habit of many of us have fallen into. Exactly, a habit. We can change the habit by simply recognizing that it exists and exploring other options. I think you'll be amazed on how much more relaxed you'll become if you do nothing more than change your initial comments to people you see or talk to on the phone. And as an experiment, try to eliminate any discussion about how busy your entire week for an entire. Let me start over. Try to eliminate any discussion about how busy you are for an entire week. Can you do it? It may be difficult, but it is be worth it. You'll notice that despite busy as ever, you'll begin to feel slightly less busy. You'll also notice that as you de-emphasize how busy you are, the people you speak to will sense permission from you to place a little less emphasis on their own business, helping them feel a little less stressed and perhaps encouraging your entire conversation to be more nourishing and jointly relaxing. So the next time someone asks you how you are doing, say anything except, "I'm really busy." You'll be glad you did. Yeah, that's a good reading. I like that. That's powerful. So, how are you? Anyway, yeah. I'm on a walk. I'm on a journey. A little mini adventure with myself, me and my camera and my reading with Kermie material. But yeah, that was a good chapter. And it's true. As I look back at probably my entire life, I can see myself having conversations like that. How's it going? People walking by on the trail, up the trail. Finally, parks are open, folks. So, woo! Hello. So it's fun running into people finally. But as I was saying about being busy and the conversations that and reinforce that busyness, it's not really necessary that I do look back in my past conversations. That's right. That's where I was. I can see I've been guilty of it. Many people in my life have been guilty of it. And it has been an ongoing habit we just formed in our daily conversations, I believe. And that's the way I see it. And, well, that's the way it truly is. We just form that habit. And if we change that habit, I think things can start changing. We can change dialogue. We can slow things down. You know, we do have the power to do that in our life today, you know. So, it is important. And I want to take this moment to actually do an experiment I learned a while ago and got reminded of this morning. So, a chance to just take a pause and slow down. Embrace this beautiful scenery here. And I want you to take a moment, take your hands. You know, this is really good for your energy level. So I rub them together like this. You know, there's a lot of energy that comes from our hands. And we rub it like this, we ignite some of that energy and get it circulating. So what I want you to do is keep on rubbing it and go faster and faster. I actually picked this up in yoga this morning. I heard it a while back, but they were doing this in my yoga video this morning. At the end of it, this is how we ended our yoga session today. Pretty interesting. Rub real fast. And I want you to take your hand and put them both right here on your chest by your heart. And just breathe in that awesome, feel-good energy to yourself. Right now, what you're doing is giving yourself self-care. Because you know what? I'm willing to change that conversation and slow ourselves down a little bit. Because that's what we need in our society. We don't need to be so busy. Make that money. Especially through this lockdown, I have learned to slow down again, and it's been actually a pretty great lesson. So, and that's what I'm trying to see this as just a learning experience. You know, what is in your control is what is in our control. And what I'm doing is like focusing on my hobbies, giving myself a little more self-care, out in the wilderness, sharing with you guys. It's awesome. So, what are you guys doing? You know, especially during this lockdown when we got to be creative with our time a little bit more. You know, I got my photography. I love my hikes, as you can see. I got my drawing. I got my writing. So I've been switching back and forth the last several months. Well, pretty much my life, you know. But anyway, through this lockdown, we've got to keep ourselves going. You know, keep that spirit alive, in other words, you know, because I know for me, I've suffered mental health in my past issues and traumas, and like we all have. So we just need to stay connected and stay grounded, because a lot of those things can come up to the surface, but we can work through them. And if anybody out there does ever need somebody to talk to, I'm available. Just message me, Facebook me, and that can be done. So without further ado, I'm going to continue my hike and see what kind of pictures I can find. So I want you guys to have a good day, and peace.